Jake Hurfurt is a spokesman for Big Brother Watch. He's head of research and investigations there. Jake, I mean, this is some progress anyway, but the government's just going to do what it wants to do with this, aren't they?
Yeah, good evening. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, it's great that Julia Lopez is calling for this investigation. I mean, it's great that she's calling for the investigation that her government brought in. Julia Lopez was a minister in DCIT until July 2024, and a lot of the egregious stuff done by this unit was done under her
Under
watch.
the Conservatives. So this is this hypocrisy from the Conservatives?
I think it's absolutely hypocrisy. Both Labour and Conservatives have been awful on free speech on social media. Both of them have used this unit to monitor political speech and flag for potential removal from companies. So yeah, it's I mean, it's good to see them doing it. Calling for this investigation, but some of the questions she's asked, the amount of staff, the number of pieces of content flagged for removal, are questions Big Brother Watch put to DCIT and had to go to the Information Commission to force disclosure. So the hypocrisy is really galling.
So have you got this information that she's asking for? Is it in the public domain already anyway?
For the date she's asking for, no, but similar information, yes, for sort of different periods of time.
So how many people are working in this unit from your information, from the time that you were asking for it from, Jake? Just tell us about your inquiries into this.
So as far as we're aware, the number had dropped significantly. It's peaked during COVID, as one might expect, and that has come down to I think it's around 10, give or take, off the top of my head. And then during COVID, we were seeing about 2 pieces of information every day reported to the platforms, potential removal. That then had dropped to around 1 a week. In 2023, I think that has likely gone up again. I still haven't asked for that most up-to-date information. That information is likely to come out.
I mean, the point is that the police are meant to monitor this stuff. They're meant to say, right, you know, if there's someone saying, we're going to have a riot, it's going to be at this point, we're going to attack the police, that is up, or property or people or whatever, the police should see that that's clearly illegal and stop that. This stuff isn't illegal, this is just stuff that the government disagrees with. People saying, for example, there's 2-tier policing in this country. I mean, there is. They may not like us saying that, but there's this thing which you know far more about than I do, despite the fact I'm talking to you from the home of free speech, Jake. Free speech. We can criticise our governments. We can say this is wrong. We can say that we don't like what they're doing. And this really concerns me. Even if it's only 10 people, this really concerns me that our taxpayers' money is being used to monitor this kind of stuff that actually it's either illegal or it's not, actually.
I think you're exactly right there. You'd expect the police and the government to look for unlawful content online. You'd probably expect the government to monitor for things like hostile foreign state, kind of causation actions trying to undermine British national security. What you don't expect the state to do is look at lawful but potentially unsavoury stuff online. And this is what's happening. This is what happened to Julia during COVID. She was opposing the government's policies, and she was flagged in there. Peter Cardwell, a campaigner, was flagged in one report I saw for criticising the monarchy. Caroline Lucas, the former Green leader and former MP, was in a report by a military unit doing similar stuff for criticising Boris Johnson's COVID policy. So this stuff has just been political criticism. And Big Brother Watch has been calling for this unit to be investigated and be shut down for years. And we welcome the Conservatives backing this, and we welcome them calling for oversight from the Intelligence Security Committee. We just wish they'd done this years ago when they had the power to do it, rather than doing it with the benefit of hindsight.
I'm sure pressure from us, pressure from you, pressure from Julia Lopez will help in some way, but could it actually be the Americans who make some progress on this? Because Donald Trump, also the Vice President J.D. Vance as well, they have spoken out very loudly, very clearly on this and the threats to free speech, not just in this country, but in many parts of Europe.
I think the Americans could have an impact. We've seen with the Apple encryption battle, sort of that seems to be leaked through the White House sources, and American concerns about free speech do seem to resonate over here, whether that's through access to information or just making it part of the conversation. I mean, sometimes the Americans don't get, we have a slightly different culture here, but their pressure is definitely welcome. So we need to hold the governments to account, whether Labour or Conservative, for monitoring lawful, even if unpleasant speech online. We have the freedom to say this stuff. You and I might not say it and might not like it, but it doesn't mean it's illegal.
Listen, thank you. Hopefully this is abolished ASAP. Jake Hurfurt, their spokesman for Big Brother Watch. He's head of research and investigations for that organisation.